Time now for the press preview. First look at what's on the front pages of the papers. We'll start with our sister publication, this day newspaper, that has on its front page, PDP, there is no remedy for embattled 25 Rivers lawmakers. He had some riders there, declares a project intervention by the president, false hope, impractical assurances. We will continue to sacrifice for peace. Fubara, the governor, vows. Odili pledges support for governor. Tinubu others should turn to constitution. Falana advises. Fubara didn't sign peace pact with Wike, says Clark. Onopasa, president never imposed peace terms on Rivers. There you see a picture of the Total Energy CEO with the president of the nation. All right, let's look at some other stories on the front page. Cash crunch may spark violence. NLC is issuing this warning. You can find that on page 17. Sanwo-Olu opens Ikeja red line flyover. And on the top mast, Zenith Bank achieves distinction as sole Nigerian brand on World Finance 100 listing for the year 2023.
All right, let's take a look at the leadership this morning. Focusing on the Rivers truce. It says Fubara, that's the governor, Fubara bows, ready to make more concessions, says no price too much to pay for peace in Rivers. Edwin Clark declares peace pact one-sided. PDP insists Wike is still party member and not above sanctions. The leading photos on the front page of Leadership this morning, you can see an aerial view of the Ikeja overpass of the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Red Line project, which was commissioned yesterday, with the governor there and also the Speaker, Lagos State House of Assembly, and other officials. In the blue strip at the top there, bandits abduct 2 policemen, 28 others in Taraba, Sokoto. Reps to probe Nigeria's $7 billion annual maritime loss. Also, Ogoni Land gives condition for oil production. If you want to know what those conditions are, get the leadership copy today. One more headline, or let's take 2 more headlines from the leadership. Court grants Mamu's request to see a doctor. That's Tuko Mamu, to see, he says he's alleging that his health condition has been deteriorating. One more headline, Supreme Court hears Kano governorship appeal tomorrow. That's the leadership.
All right, let's look at the Punch newspaper. Cash crunch, NLC warns the federal government of mass protest again. Banks cut withdrawals. CBN fresh disbursement fails to reach banks. Southwest Bank source cash from northern branches. Nigerians running out of patience can bear current pains. Labour tells Tinubu government and the CBN. Well, just that picture, you see the governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, opening the Red Line rail flyover. He's projecting 500,000 passengers daily. Protect your database from hackers, IG advises banks. Driver charged with manslaughter after crash in Lagos. And the governor of Oyo State, Makinde, fumes over suits against some, threatens litigants. Well, should he be threatening people going to court? He should go to court himself. All right, let's look at some other stories here. Rivers, PDP Clark for Tinubu's peace deal. APC slams to opposition. Domestic borrowing jumps to 134%, rises to 52 trillion naira. Don't depend on Villa for feedback. Fayemi advises the president.
Nigerian Tribune this morning on Rivers State. The Tribune says no price too high to pay for peace. That's from the governor of Fubara. Meanwhile, Falana Clark say Abuja resolution unconstitutional. PDP says no way back for 25 defected lawmakers. Zenith Bank listed in World Finance exclusive list of 100 top global companies in 2023. The Senate says there's no provision for census in 2024 budget. Fayemi says, give Tinubu real feedback from Nigeria. He's telling Ganduje, the chairman of the APC, to give real feedback to the president. That's Nigerian Tribune.
Independent, Daily Independent, that same story. Let me start with it. Daily Independent. Fayemi asked Ganduje to tell Tinubu the true state of the country. Zenith Bank listed on World Finance exclusive list of 100 top global companies in 2023. But the major headline, PDP rejects Tinubu adverse resolutions on Rivers crisis, says defected lawmakers can only be readmitted through election, insists INEC fixes date for fresh poll into 25 state constituencies. Clark says resolution unacceptable, dictatorial, threatens lawsuit. Gunmen kidnapped Taraba monarch, son, pregnant daughter, 18 hours. Current cash crunch in Yuletide disappointing. This is coming from the NLC. Says FG is inciting people with perverse policies. Reps set to pass 2024 budget December 30, a day before the end of the year. Governor Mba has fought insecurity to a standstill. Ribadu is saying that, as Mba says, no retreat in the war against insecurity and corruption in his state. However, was denied a location for 6 months by a deputy governor. Extent of Naira devaluation to determine capital base of banks. This is coming from the CBN. NNPC Limited, Total Energies, signed MOU on adoption of methane detection technology. That's for the Independent.
The New Telegraph this morning. Rivers crisis resolutions. Tinubu's actions, directives overrule constitution, shake country's democracy. That's coming from Edwin Clark. Why the Abuja resolution cannot stand, by Falana. Fubara declares commitments to lasting peace, as PDP insists 25 defected lawmakers cannot return to the House. Excuse me. At the bottom there, you have the picture, one picture of the Nigeria Governors Forum chairman, Kwara State Governor Abdul Rahman Abdul Razak, unveiling the plaque to open the Ikeja Bridge, a key part of the Red Line Rail. He's there with the Governor of Lagos State and other officials. And just beside that photo, you have the Minister of Sports Development with the Managing Director of News Central TV as they won the Sustainability Reporting Media Electronics Print Online Award at the concluded Ceres Awards in Lagos. More headlines from the New Telegraph. Shomala says we spent 2.4 billion naira to win Kwara, Imo, Ogun, Guba elections in 2019. Also, anti-party activities will sanction Wike and others at the appropriate time, says the PDP.
Well, that talk has been on since the elections last year, and they never got around to doing it.
Indeed, they said it's not the right time. I wonder what Mr. Wike would have to do to make it the right time.
Okay, let's go to the international newspapers. Esther Ranson's daughter. My mom should not have to die alone at Dignitas. Families call for free vote on assisted
What paper?
Sorry, that's Mirror International. Sorry, that's Daily Mirror International. Daily Mirror. Yeah, my mom should not have to die alone at Dignitas. This is the daughter speaking. Families call for free vote on assisted dying. Let's look at some other stories there. It says, riddle of Brit millionaire kidnapped in Ecuador. That's for the Daily Mirror.
The Eye paper this morning, it's a big story on the front page for the Eye. MI6 security alert over flat owned by Russian neighbors. Now, spy chiefs are urged to investigate penthouse overlooking London headquarters of the Secret Intelligence Service. This comes after an eye investigation. They say occupants have unimpeded view of UK intelligence officers going to and from work.
All right, let's look at the Daily Telegraph. The Daily Telegraph. Okay, U.S. draws up plans for strikes on Houthis. Royal Navy ships join international coalition to protect Red Sea shipping. What other stories do we have here? It says Tory MP has extreme surgery after sepsis diagnosis, and Starmer helped free some of UK's most dangerous prisoners, whatever that is. Well, it says Ernst wears a winning smile and a skimpy kit.
The Guardian UK this morning, pressure on Israel rises as Gaza deaths near 20,000. Lawyer sorry for denial of Moan's PPE firm link. That's the lawyer who represented Michelle Moan, is now offering an unqualified apology for incorrectly claiming she was not connected to a firm that received PPE contracts worth £200 million during the coronavirus pandemic. Staff at Tory donors JCB HQ test positive for drugs. Also the leading photo for the Guardian UK this morning with the caption, England's #1 World Cup star Earps wins sports personality of the year. Now there's an exclusive story for the Guardian UK. TikTok allows under 13s to keep accounts. That's from a story or report from the Guardian UK.
The Financial Times. Activate Savian bets 1.2 billion euros on UBS, doubling its valuation in 3 years. 10th of portfolio committed, big punt on wealth management, and no plan to push for board seat. Scotland's 45% income tax band widens gap with high earners elsewhere in the UK.
The Daily Mail. And the big headline on the front page for the Daily Mail, as ministers crack down on spread of gender ideology in schools, Kemi Badenoch, who is the Equalities Minister, says teaching children you can be born in the wrong body is harmful. That's from Kemi Badenoch.
All right, let's look at the Times. The Times. Elderly will bear brunt of strikes at Christmas. Backbone for the holidays. Plenty of staff already are. Puppies changing gender due to peer pressure. Schools are being warned. That's for the Times.
And that's all the papers we have this morning. That's the press preview. Let's hear your view on all the burning issues. You can follow us on X at Arise TV.